Alright, one of my favorite things to make, and it's the easiest to make for baby gifts and easy Afghans and quick things to make. I love making granny square blankets. And I'm going to teach you how to make one from start to finish. So, first things first, you make your slip knot. And if you don't know how to do this and you want the slow down version, I have a video for that. Look me up, subscribe to my channel, and you'll get all kinds of good videos to learn all things crochet. So I'm going to twist this. I'm going to grab my tail. Keep holding it though. You don't want to pull it all the way through. You're going to get a knot in your yarn. You're going to make your slip knot. Okay? Or, like I said, you can twist it around your finger twice. You're going to bring the back one over the front one over the back around your finger, and you pull it tight. I'll do that one more time. That one a little fuzzy. Bring the back over the front over the back, all the way around your finger, and pull it tight. Okay. Alright, I'm going to put my needle into the loop. And here we go. First thing you need to do is you're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to connect this loop to this first loop because granny squares are made in the round. It's kind of like a circle, but granny squares are a square. This is also another way to make a circle, but we're making points on each corner, so it's going to be a square. But if I eliminated those corners, it would be a circle. So this is the first lesson in how to crochet in the round. So I'm going to chain 4 and connect this loop with this first chain. Okay, so I'm going to go into my first chain, and I taught you how to do the slip stitch. You yarn over, you pull it through, and you pull it through that loop. Okay, so you're going to have a tiny little loop here that you're going to go into. So now that you have that connected, you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. This is your first double crochet here. This counts as your first double crochet. And we're going to put 3 double crochets into this little loop. Okay, so you're going to yarn over, go through that hole. Might be a little tight, but you'll get it. Yarn over, bring it through, yarn over, go through 2, and go through 2. You should be able to know how to do double crochets before you start this project. So look at my video on how to do double crochets, and then that'll get you where you need to be. Alright, so I have 2 here. I need 1 more. And keep your tail in front of your yarn, or in front of your hook, so that way you can crochet your tail into the loop rather than cutting it and weaving it and all that crap. It's annoying. Try to minimize your work if you can. Alright, so there's the first 2 and the second 2. Alright, so this is the top of the square here. I'm making a very small square. I have to turn my corner. So if this is the top, I'm going to turn, and I'm going to have 3 sticking out this way. And then I'm going to have 3 sticking out this way. And I'm going to have 3 sticking out this way. So eventually I'm going to have a square that has 3 stitches on each side. So the way you turn is you chain 2. And you're going to make, you turn, you chain 2, you yarn over, and you're going to make 3 more doubles into that loop. There's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. Okay. So I have the right side of the square and the top side of the square. Or if I turn it this way, I have the top side of the square and the left side of the square. So what you're going to do next, you're going to chain 2 to turn the corner. And now I'm going to tug that a little bit. Now I'm going to do this side of the square. So yarn over, go in, and do 3 more doubles. Alright. So I have the bottom, the right side, and the top. Or if I turn it one more time and I chain 2, each chain 2 is a corner, okay? So now if I set it this way, I have the left side, the bottom, and the right side. So now all I need is the top of the square. And that requires 3 double crochets. It's pretty easy. Oh, split my yarn. I'll just pull that out. Start over again. It's a really small hook. I tend to break my yarn a lot more if I have smaller hooks. Alright, so chain 2, I'm going to put 3 doubles in here. 1, 2, 3. And then I do my last chain 2 to connect with the first double crochet that I made, or the first chain. It was actually a chain 2, which was the first double that I made. But this one I need a quarter here, so I'm going to connect this to my first stitch that I made, so I have a square. And I'm going to put it on the top chain. If I have 1, 2, and then here I'm going to put my needle and I'm going to do a slip stitch. That'll connect this stitch to this stitch. I keep splitting my yarn. Okay, so I'm going to yarn over, and I'm going to slip it like that. Okay, so now I have a square. Now if I didn't put these corners in here, and I put 12, if I put 12 double crochets into this loop, I'd have a circle. But since I put this chain 2 on each corner, I have a square. Okay, so what I need to do now is I need to travel over here to this hole. I'm over here, but I need to get over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip stitch to that hole. Here's the second one. And now I'm going to put my needle into this hole. And now I'm at this hole here. I connected here, but I want to start my next row in the next corner. Okay? So now that I'm in my next corner, I'm going to chain 3. And I'm going to put 3 doubles. That first chain 3 counted as my first double. So I have 3 now. I'm going to chain 2. And I'm going to put 3 more. And this is only for corners. Whenever you get to a corner, you're going to have 3 doubles, chain 2, 3 doubles. Because you're turning a corner. You're making a point on the square. Okay? Whenever you have a corner, you have 3, 2, 3. As the square gets bigger, you'll see that it changes slightly. But just in corners, you're going to have 3, chain 2, 3. So now, here's the next corner. I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to go into that corner, and I'm going to do 3, 2, chain 2, going to push that down, and I'm turning the corner now, and put one more 3 in there. Okay, so there's my next corner. Hopefully you can see that looks like a square, half of a square there. Okay, so now you're going to yarn over, you're going to go to your next corner. You're going to put 3. Chain 2, push that down, and then 3 more. Alright, got my third corner there. Here's my last corner. I'm going to put 3. Chain 2. And 3. Split my yarn again. Here's my second one. And my third one. Alright, so I have all 4 corners. And I need to connect this one, this last double, to this first stitch that I made. Like I did before, let me sharpen this a little bit. Like I did before, I'm just going to go into the top of this first stitch so I can connect them. So I'm going to push my needle into that top stitch, just like that. I'm going to yarn over and do a slip stitch. Just like that. Okay. Alright, got a little square going. I'm going to do one more row. So, just like I did before, I got to travel over to my first corner. Oops. I'm going to slip stitch over there. Alright, so I'm going to do my first stitch. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do a corner. So it's 3, 2, and 3. So there's my first. Here's my second. And my third. Chain 2. Yarn over. Do 3 more. Okay, I got my corner. Now I have a hole in between my corners. And as this square grows, you're going to have more holes in between your corners. This one has 1, next time you're going to have 2, and it grows and grows and grows. So when you get to a hole in between your corners, all you do is you put 3 in there. That's it. One, two, 3. Okay. And then when you get to a corner, you do 3, 2, 3. And then your side holes on the flat sides of the square, no matter how many of those holes that you have, they're going to get 3 doubles. It's the corners that get 3, 2 to turn the corner, and 3. 1, 2, oops, oops, 3. Alright, there's my corner. There's my corner. Alright, so now I'm at a side hole here on a flat edge. This only gets 3. This gets 3. This gets 3, 2, 3. Okay? So this is just 3. my corner. Three, two, three. Okay. I've got 3 corners done. I have one more, so I'm done with that corner. I'm on a side hole. Just got to put 3 in there. Now, if I keep going, I'm going to put 3, 2, chain 2, and another 3 in the corner. And then I'm going to put 3 in this side hole, and I'm going to connect here. And then I'm going to travel over, and I'm going to start in this corner. Then, as you can see, once I finish this corner, I have a hole here I'm going to put 3 in, and then I have a hole here I'm going to put 3 in, and then I'm going to be at another corner. You do your 3, 2, 3. Then you turn, you put 3 in here, this first hole, 3 in here, second hole, and I'm going to put the 3, 2, 3. In each row that you make, it's going to have more of these side holes on it, but the corners are always going to be the same. And the side holes always have 3 in them. And you can just keep going, and you're going to have a granny square. And you can make it as big as you want. You can make it as big as a blanket, or you can stop at this size, and you can sew them together on their edges and make a huge blanket, and you can make them in different colors. Or if you make a blanket out of just one big granny square, you can make each row a different color. Or you can use a variegated yarn and just have the color change through each row. There's billions of different ways to do this, but this is the basic way to make one. So there you go. Hope that helps.